Hi everyone. Welcome to my channel. Let's learn English together. A trip to the supermarket last Saturday. I went to the supermarket. It was a sunny day, and I had time, so I decided to buy some food and things for my home. I made a list before I left. I wrote down everything I needed. My list had 10 things: rice, eggs, milk, bread, apples, chicken, soap, toothpaste, cooking oil, and toilet paper. I put the list in my bag and walked out of the house. The supermarket is near my home. I can walk there in about 15 minutes. On the way, I saw some people walking their dogs. I also saw some children playing in the park. It was a nice day to be outside. When I arrived at the supermarket, I took a shopping cart. A shopping cart is big and has wheels. You can push it and put your things inside. First, I went to the fruits and vegetables section. I picked 5 red apples. They looked fresh and sweet. I also looked at bananas, but they were too green, so I didn't buy them. Next, I went to the bread section. I chose a loaf of brown bread. I like brown bread more than white bread because it is healthier. Then I went to the dairy section. I bought a bottle of milk and a box of eggs. I checked the date on the milk bottle. It was fresh, so I put it in my cart. The eggs were in a box of 12. I always check the eggs to see if any are broken. This time, all the eggs were okay. Then I walked to the meat section. I wanted to buy chicken. There were many kinds of chicken: whole chicken, chicken legs, and chicken breast. I chose 2 pieces of chicken breast. It is easy to cook and has no bones. After that, I went to buy rice. I found a 5-kilogram bag of rice. It was heavy, but I put it in my cart. Then I went to the section with soap and toothpaste. I picked 1 bar of soap and 1 tube of toothpaste. I use this brand every day, and I like the smell. Finally, I looked for cooking oil and toilet paper. The cooking oil was in a big bottle. I use it to cook vegetables and meat. The toilet paper was on a big shelf. I took a pack of 8 rolls. After I had everything on my list, I went to the checkout counter. I stood in line for a few minutes. When it was my turn, I put all the items on the counter. The cashier scanned each item. I watched the screen to see the price. The total was $52. I paid with my card. The cashier gave me a receipt and smiled. I packed my things into 2 big bags. 1 bag was for food, and the other was for home items. I thanked the cashier and left the supermarket. The bags were heavy, but I was happy. I had everything I needed. On the way home, I stopped to rest for a minute. I sat on a bench and drank some water. A cat came near me. It was small and white. I smiled and said hello, but the cat ran away. Then I stood up and walked home. When I got home, I put the bags on the kitchen table. I washed my hands and drank another glass of water. Then I started putting the food away. I put the eggs and milk in the fridge. I put the rice in a container. I put the apples in a bowl. I put the soap and toothpaste in the bathroom. Everything was in its place. After that, I made some lunch. I used the bread and eggs to make a sandwich. I also ate 1 apple. It was sweet and juicy. I sat at the table and ate slowly. I felt good because I did something useful. I bought food, got some fresh air, and had a healthy lunch. Later in the afternoon, I called my friend. I told her about my trip to the supermarket. She said she also needed to buy food. We decided to go together next week. It is more fun to shop with a friend. Going to the supermarket is not hard, but it is important. I need to buy food for my body and things for my home. I go to the supermarket every week. Sometimes I walk, and sometimes I take the bus. But each time, I check my list, choose good items, and come home with what I need. A good trip to the supermarket helps me feel ready for the week. I can cook healthy meals, clean my house, and take care of myself. That is why I always try to plan well and enjoy my shopping time.